guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Schagen, Cosy Provincial Town with Many Events. I don't really know if it's pronounced schagen or something else. I'm so curious to see how it's pronounced. But it says provincial, so I'm guessing it's like a beautiful like countryside town. That's what I am imagining, and I'm seeing like a lot of greenery in this like first clip. Who doesn't love living in this green place with like a lot of trees and surrounded by a lot of nature? Even if you're not like an outdoorsy type, I think it's like beautiful and it's just pleasant to the eye. Let's check it out.
This little town is situated in the middle of an attractive area, only about 60 kilometers from Amsterdam. Close to colorful bulb fields in spring.
Okay.
Close to attractive coastal villages with beautiful white sand beaches. Along the city runs another attraction, the West-Friese Omringdijk, which means something like the West Frisian surrounding dike.
Oh, okay.
This historic dike winds through the beautiful landscape of North Holland with breathtaking views.
Are those cows?
Near Schagen is an 18-hole golf course. Schagen's market square with its beautiful large church is surrounded with terraces, restaurants and bars.
I love there's an ice cream sculpture. I love it. Oh, an ice cold beer. Oh, but is it cold? Or is it cold? Everything looks so nice. People are having such a great time. A barbecue? Oh my god, okay, all this food looks incredible. Oh my god, this place is packed. Okay, it must be super popular.
There are a few shopping streets and the city also has an indoor shopping center.
Like oh, okay. It's like a very small. Yeah, it's a shopping center.
Schagen once had a castle. The
It's like
remaining
Schagen?
towers were recently renovated.
Oh my god, is it the same castle? Oh my god, they have a sculpture of a cow? Or is that a bull? I don't know. I love it.
Schagen organizes many events.
You're watching the cow? Okay, this is
Very
hilarious.
famous in the region is the Paasvee exhibition.
Was
It
that like a country
starts in the
fair?
morning with a traditional cattle market. It's an exhibition of a special breed of cow.
Oh, they're adorable. I want to hug them. Oh, look at the oh my god, look at that face. Bull riding. Oh, I didn't
The
realize the
farmers
man
took
was
their
like...
winnings to the bar and drank many a glass.
Okay, it sounds like a great plan.
Nowadays, youth takes over the party in the afternoon till late in the evening.
Oh my god, that man has like a bunch of beers.
From across the region and beyond, people come to party.
Oh my god, okay, they party super hard. go from
Thursday in
this that
summer,
to
you
classy.
can enjoy the West-Friese folklore.
Okay, they're like
An
it's an
event with
reenactment.
music, dancing, singing, and a parade of antique carriages and people in traditional costumes.
Were those real loaves of bread? Of course, they also have to clean it up. Oh my god, even the little kids have wooden clogs. They're dressed like in old tiny clothes and they're like eating normal food.
Watch old professions, like here at Freiburg, the Antique Carriages Museum.
Oh my god. It's not a lost art, that's incredible. It's insane that this man knows how to do this in this day and age. Climb the tower? What tower? Okay, that tower? Where were they like climbing backwards? Oh, they have a clock tower. Is that the one thing they were climbing? Seafood? Yeah, oh my god, they also... Okay,
During
yeah, that looks
summer,
delicious.
there are music and culinary events around the market square.
Are those shrimp? Oh, and it's wine. Okay, instead of beer. Oh, they have fish and chips. What is that? Oh, what's that, sushi? Of course, they're dressed in orange. Okay, not just traditional music, also rock. It's a concert. This sounds like such a fun time. And everything's outdoors.
For more events in Schagen, visit hollandholiday.net.
Oh, they have pulled pork.
Enjoy this video. We
Oh my god,
appreciate a like.
I love. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Was that Christmas? Or they just doing it for decor? Okay, so it was. If I'm not mispronouncing it, it was schagen, something of the sort. I think I would need to like go back and actually like practice my pronunciation. It's like schagen or schagen, something of the sort. But okay, it is a beautiful town. It was sort of like, because it says provincial, so it was like provincial. It's like, again, a lot of nature and cows and sort of like cattle. And it was a little bit like that. I was expecting more sheep, but it's like, no, it's not sheep. It's just like a lot of cows and maybe a lot of bulls. I don't know if they have pigs as well. We didn't see any pigs, but maybe they also have pigs. Or maybe it's because they're famous because it's like a special breed of, I think it was cows. So they had like their own breed. But I don't know if it's like their own breed of like in this city or is it like a special like Dutch breed of cow or something? Or something like that. But I love it. I love all those cows. They were so pretty. I want to hug them. I know that it's like they would probably kick you. Are there like horses where they just like kick you? But I don't know, like their faces and their whole like they look so cuddly. I don't know. I love cows. But I would love to go one of these things. Although it's a cattle market, I don't really know, like, what do you actually do in a cattle market? Like, do you actually buy cows, or, just, cattle in general? Like, am I gonna sell a horse? Do I just, like, or a pig? Do I, like, go to this marketplace and I offer them, like, hey, I'm selling this cow. I have no idea. I've never been in one of those markets, but I've heard of them and I'm so curious. Or it's just like, because it says that it's an exhibit. So it's like, I have my cow and I'm taking my cow here, so you can take a look at my cow and look how beautiful it is and how imperfect, like you can just admire my cow, but it's my cow. Or am I actually going to sell the cow? I think I'm a little bit unclear on that situation because I don't really know much about those type of markets, but I'm so curious to know if you can actually like, do people actually like buy and do you sell this sort of like animals in this sort of market, and you just like leave this market with like a cow? And how do you even like do that? But yeah, I think you have to have in mind that I'm buying a cow or a horse, because when I'm going to it, like, am I driving or am I in a bike? Like, how am I arriving here and how am I leaving with my animal? It's like, okay. It's like, hey, I'm getting home. Oh, hey, I bought a cow at the market. It's like, it would be like a very funny situation. Or even if you get a horse, maybe the horse is going to be your ride. It's like, no, I'm driving my horse, riding my horse back to my house. But, we'd love to know the actual, like, how the logistics of it, how it works. But I love all that incredible food. I think they have like a lot of barbecues, which makes sense because a lot of these things are like outdoors. But I don't know if it's because, don't they have winter? It's like, it's making me think like this city has like perfect weather all year round because everything is outdoors. So it's like, okay, so you have like a lot of barbecues, which always makes sense, and a lot of like meat products because, well, obviously they do a lot of cattle, and there's like cows and because that's actually the meat time you consume, although there was also pork. But, well, whatever. It's like a lot of barbecues, which makes sense because, the weather is very nice. But also like they mentioned like some particular like event where there was a lot of seafood. They had, I think it was during the summer, they had like oysters and shrimps, and that food looked incredible. It's like, okay, there was like this one guy that was like eating this oyster. It was like, oh, because maybe they put a lot of lemon on it. I don't know. I don't know if in the Netherlands they consume their oysters in some other particular type of way, but it was funny that he was just like, whoa, this is like a very strong flavor. Although oysters in general, they do tend to have like, you have to get used to the taste. But I love that. I think I would definitely go to that one just because it looks like very fun. But also they had like a little wine, and I love it. It's like a very partying environment. She, like, the narrator did mention, like, oh, it's a party. But it's like, I think the party, I think, goes all year round. And all these events, they look like these people really do know how to party. It's like, they were all super, like, yes, we're dancing, we're drinking, we're having fun. But it surprises me that it was all, like, in the outdoors, like in the middle of the street, in the downtown of like Schagen, like downtown or something, or it's just like in the middle of the street, which I'm a little surprised about because I would think like, well, wouldn't you want to move this around to like a place indoors? But it's like, no, well, I think it's like, no, I think the magic is in being surrounded by the nature of it all and just like being outdoors. I think maybe that's what it is. But I'm so curious to see how wild does the thing get, because everything is very pastoral. It's like a very provincial town. But people do look like super like, wow. So it's okay. So it's like, it's a little bit of a contradiction to have like this place like, oh, it's nature and it's like farms and all of that. But at the same time, it's like, no, young people are like partying up a storm. So it's like, okay, is it both? Is it everyone? I'm surprised by the amount of like people that were in the streets and not just like drinking and just being overly like very chill. No, these people were like ready, pumped up. They were like, yes, I'm curious to see how people actually, like, how wild does it get? And do people get super drunk? Is it like a whole like a party scenario as if you were in a club and everything is it's like wild? Is it like that sort of party environment? Or it's just your impression? Am I getting the wrong impression? And at the end of the day, everything's like super chill. would love to know that, because again, for these clips, I'm like, okay, people are like, whoa. So I'm a little like, wow, I thought this was like a cozy provincial town, but it's not that kind of place. If you're going in a vacation to a vacation if you're going on vacation to this to this town, or maybe not just, well, a vacation, even if it's just a weekend, I think it can be considered a vacation. But maybe if you have it in mind, because I'm thinking, oh well, it's a cozy provincial town. I'm going to this place to, relax because it's a provincial town, and I'm picturing like hikes and being surrounded by nature. And he's like, no, it's not that. It's like partying. It's like, okay, I would be a little shocked by the whole situation. It's like, okay, it's not that sort of place. It's a kind of place where, yes, it's partying, but, outdoors. It's like, okay, well, that seems great, but, you have to know beforehand so you can plan accordingly. But I would love to know that. I love the little like reenactment that they do, in which, I don't know if it's a parade, people are dressed in traditional garb, and I think they also play music of like a traditional folkloric Dutch music, which I don't really know much about, but there was like, I don't know, there was like a very, I don't know, it was like this instrument, I'm forgetting the name, but it's this instrument, and like accordion, and there's like apparently that Dutch music uses a lot of that type of instrument in their music, but I don't know again if it's like all the Netherlands, or is this a specific place that has this special type of music. But would love to know more about it, because now come think about it, I don't really know anything about traditional Dutch music, but I love how they're dressed, but I don't really know if this is like a whole, like, do they do this once a year? Is it like once every 6 months? I would definitely love to know more about it. And if it's just like a parade, or do they involve like actual activities, like other activities? Because I know there are some places that do reenactments that also have like some activities, like just traditional activities that people did back in the day. So it's like a whole thing of, you're not just, you're modeling like the outfit, but you're also like, I don't know, showing how they made cheese, how they made butter, how they made, I don't know, whatever, some activity that they only had like back in those days. But I love it. And I would love to know if the types of, there's like this man carrying a bunch of bread, and I would love to know if the bread, is it that you can eat this bread? It's an edible, or is it just like for show? It's just like a sculpture of a bread. Would also love to know that. But it's a very interesting place, and yes, I would love to go there, because I think it's very varied, even though it's just the pastoral kind of situation. They also have like shopping centers. There was like a lot of restaurants, and I do have to say, it looks like a very populated place. Or even if that was my impression, maybe it's not that populated. Maybe they just get a lot of tourists, and that's what I'm seeing like from all these clips. But it's like, oh my god, the whole thing is packed. It's like so full that I'm like, okay, is it like this clips were like, are they showing me because it's like a special weekend, there's a special event, that's why the whole town is like flooded with people? Or it's just like it's a very crowded place because a lot of people actually live here? They didn't really mention how many people live here, or if it's like a very small place. But it's like, okay, it's super packed, but I can see why. I would love to live in a place like this, or even just visiting, because again, it has like so many cool things. Like, and I love the whole like thing of being outdoorsy, but at the same time, like you get a lot of things that maybe you would, or at least I would associate with like more indoor type of activities. But I love that. But yeah, this was incredibly interesting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.